Hi you guys, my name is Anvi and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about a new perfume range launched by Nykaa. And as you all know, Nykaa has been slowly venturing into the perfume world and it has been coming up with a lot of interesting and new affordable perfumes for us. So this one is the newest launch from Nykaa and it's called Lovestruck. And it's pretty affordable too. So this 50 ml bottle retails for around 6.99 bucks. So this is a perfect gift option for Valentine's Day and it's right around the corner. Let's start with the packaging first. So the outer packaging looks like this. It's a standard cardboard box, a really cute one at it, and it has a lot of hearts on it, so Valentine's Day appropriate for sure. And then the bottle looks like this. So it's a really pretty glass bottle and it kind of reminds me of Ariana Grande's perfumes. I mean, if you've seen them previously, you might see a lot of similarities in the packaging. The cap is plastic, but it's good quality. It shuts tight, sometimes too tight. But yeah, it's pretty travel friendly, pretty compact, and every single one comes in a different pastel color. So yeah, that's about it about the packaging. Okay, so I obviously couldn't buy all eight of those, and Nykaa doesn't sponsor me yet. So I went prepared to the store. What I did was I cut out paper strips and like perfume tester strips, and I wrote every single perfume's name behind a strip. I went to the store, sprayed it on, and put it back in the same diary so that the fragrance doesn't get lost. And then I came home, sniffed on it, collected my thoughts about every single fragrance, made my notes, and here we are talking about the perfume. The one that I really liked, I kind of picked up a big bottle of. So now we know how every single fragrance in the collection smells, and we can also test the longevity and the packaging and everything with this perfume. Okay, so before I get into describing these scents, I want to clear out one thing, that all of these fragrances are very summer appropriate. They are very light, fresh, and airy. So I don't see people wearing this in the cold weather, and this goes for all of the fragrances in the collection. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about the first fragrance, that is Stay With Me. Okay, so first things first, this is a very unisex scent. It's a woody, patchouli rich, a musky scent with a little bit of florals in the background. It also has a little bit of citrus in the opening, and I have smelled this a lot before. This is a very generic scent, nothing groundbreaking. It kind of smells like a men's deodorant or a cologne or an aftershave. It kind of gives me barbershop vibes. The patchouli in here is very earthy, and the musk also is very animalic, so it kind of makes it lean towards the masculine side more. But if you girls like masculine fragrances with a little bit of a floral touch to it, this one is good. So this one is Stay With Me. Okay, so let's move on to the next fragrance, that is Stolen Glance. So this one is a soapy fragrance. This is very soapy. It also is a unisex fragrance, but it leans more towards the feminine side. It smells like a Yardley soap, a floral Yardley soap, and it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's powdery. So another thing that I noticed that is really similar in all of these fragrances is these are really musky and the dry down is very powdery, talc-like. So they smell really fresh. So if you like a floral scent which will dry down really powdery, you can go ahead and get this one. This one is Stolen Glance. The next one we are going to be talking about is Skip a Beat. So this one, when I first smelled it, it smelled like a Nivea deodorant, a green Nivea deodorant, the green variant of it. It smelled exactly like that. So it smells really powdery, but at the same time very green and very fresh. The opening obviously is very citrusy, so it'll keep you feeling fresh all day. But now that I smell it, it smells like the original Dermicool that you use, like the talcum powder. It smells exactly like that. Exactly like that. It's a very green fragrance with a little bit of a floral touch to it. And the florals are really light. You can't make that out actually. So it's like you're laying on freshly cut grass, maybe. Not sweet at all. It's really powdery. It's like a talc. So if you like something that is green but at the same time a little bit floral, you can go ahead and get this one. So this one is called Skip a Beat. So the next one we are going to be talking about is Tender Touch. So this one is a really confusing one. This is a very feminine perfume, a really fresh, creamy sandalwood scent. But it has a little bit of that lavender touch to it. I can smell a little bit of the lavender sandalwood touch to it. Okay, so the opening on this one was very citrusy and fresh, but at the same time, there was a little bit of sweetness to it. So I thought there are some berries in there. And then when I looked through the notes, I saw blackcurrant in the opening. So that explains the sweetness in the start. So now it's sweet, but at the same time, it's really creamy. It's a little bit floral, but mostly a sandalwood, a beautiful creamy sandalwood scent. So if you like something like that, you can go ahead and get this one. This is Tender Touch. Okay, so moving on to the next one, which is Talk All Night. Okay, so this one smells like a little soap, exactly like a little soap. In the dry down, at least it smells like a freshly opened little soap. Okay, so the opening on this one was a little off-putting. It kind of smelled like a room freshener or a scented a bug spray, but it kind of dried down to a really fresh scent. It kind of settled down to this mentholy, really fresh, little soap kind of a scent, which is now pretty pleasant, but that opening was a little harsh for me. So this is again very powdery, musky, and feminine scent. So if you like something like that, this is the one for you. This is Talk All Night. Next one we are going to be talking about is Love Note. Okay, so this one is a different scent. This is very tart. This is like a fruit punch. It's like a mixed fruit tang, but with pineapple or a citrus fruit in it, because it gives you that mouth-watering quality. And now that it's drying down, it's smelling fruity but sweeter, deeper. It definitely has some tonka bean in it because I can smell it really prominently in here. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a different one, to be honest. It's a very fruity, punchy scent, really good for summers. And it dries down really sweet. So if you like something like that, ultra feminine, go ahead and get this one. This one is Love Notes. Okay, so the next perfume that we are going to be talking about is First Date. Okay, so again, this is a very unique perfume. So coming back to this one is musky. And this musk is very, very clean. This one is like soapy, clean musk. But at the same time, this has this note, this really green, grassy note with a little bit of that earthy feel to it. This note takes it to another level. So I looked it up and it was osmanthus. So yeah, osmanthus is a green mossy plant, and that pushes this perfume into a different league. I'm gonna get a bigger bottle of this one as soon as I can. I mean, this is one of those perfumes that you might like or you might not. So you have to go ahead and smell this for yourself. I kind of asked my dad to smell this one for me, and he said in the opening it kind of smelled like pan or betel leaves, but I didn't get that at all. This one is a little bit spicy and oriental for sure, but it has that little bit of sweetness that kind of rounds this fragrance up for me. This one is a musky, cold green scent. This one is called First Date. Okay, so this is the last perfume of the collection and it's called Hidden Blush. So this is the one that I got a bigger bottle of. So let's go ahead and spray some of this on. This one smells so fruity. But at the same time, that fruit is a little bit candied. So it smells really sweet. The note that I smell the most in the dry down is amber and some vanilla. The opening is very fresh, punchy, and fruity, and when it dries down, it kind of deepens, softens a little bit. And that amber shines through. I like the dry down of this perfume. This one is good. This one is pretty mass pleasing, and I see a lot of people gravitating towards this one. So, if you want to gift it to someone, or if you want a safe blind buy, you can go ahead and get this one. You won't be disappointed. Okay, now let's talk about the staying power of this perfume. So when I left the store, I kind of applied first aid on my wrist, and I was roaming around the mall, and it stayed on for around 2 hours. After which I had to dig my nose into my wrist to smell it, but it was still there. So it was a skin scent. So it stays around for 3 hours on skin, and then I tried hidden blush, and the performance on this one was better. It stayed an hour more on my skin, and on clothes it was still there. I mean, I could still smell that sweet vanilla scent before washing it. So around 5 to 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours on clothes easily. So the one thing that I noticed in this one was that it didn't really fade away completely. It kind of left that sweetness, that tonka bean vanilla sweetness behind for a lot longer than the fruitiness lasted. On that note, let's go ahead and wrap the video up. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give this a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please go ahead and press the subscribe button. Also the notification button right next to it, so that you get notified every single time I upload another video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!